Well, still on the Olympics, let's cross now to Ben Lewis, who is outside Olympic Park at Westfields. Now, Ben, a 21-year-old Australian rower by the name of Josh Booth is making headlines for all the wrong reasons.
Kathy, certainly making headlines. It's front page news on all the evening newspapers here. Josh Booth was out and about last night. His one event finished yesterday afternoon, so he was having a few drinks with mates in a little village south of London near the rowing facility. He was in a kebab shop. You'll see the CCTV pics of him looking less than perfect. He wandered out, allegedly wandered around the corner and kicked in a couple of shop front windows. The police were called and arrived soon after. They arrested him, took him back to the local station, but there the drama continued. He fainted, hitting his head on the way down. The police then had to take him to hospital. Fortunately, no serious injuries, and he's been taken back to the rowing village. The AOC Chef de Mission, Nick Green, says no punishment has been decided yet, simply because Booth has to go back to the police station tomorrow morning to answer a few questions. It's not likely he's going to be charged. He's probably just going to have to pay for the damage bill, which is about $1,000 Australian.
Now, is it right that Josh was arrested just only 12 hours after being given a 30-minute lecture by the Australian chaperones, if you like, on how to behave?
That's right. The rowing events still have some days to go, and he was only in the one event, and the men's 8 team was apparently sat down and told, listen, guys, we know you're going to go out and have a few beers, have a good time in the local towns tonight, but remember, you're still representing Australia and be respectful of the other athletes still competing. Now, we don't know exactly what has happened, but it looks like he may not have taken heed that warning.
Yeah, OK. And these are allegations at this stage. Let's talk about the Silver Fox. Jessica Fox, she has won a silver medal in the K1 kayak, and it's a lovely mother-daughter story that spans over a couple of decades, if you like.
Best time.
It is. It's absolutely fascinating. I think we've found our new Olympic superstar in Jessica Fox, only 18 years old, a journalism student from Sydney. I think she should stick with the kayaking, might be a bit more money in that one. But her mother herself was a champion kayaker. She won a bronze medal in Atlanta in 1996. And how's this? One of the competitors that Jessica beat in competition today was a woman who beat her mother back in Atlanta. Quite the family connection there.
Wow, and her dad was one of Britain's greatest ever canoeists.
Yeah, that's right. He was a pretty handy canoer himself, so certainly good parentage if you're going to be a kayak champion, and she's got a big future ahead of her.
Absolutely. OK, let's talk about the cycling team sprint. We've bagged a bronze.
We have indeed. Anna Mears and Carly McCulloch getting our first medal on the track on the first day of competition. They beat the Ukraine in a race-off for the bronze medal, but it was a night of controversy, not so much for our girls, but in the final it was the Germans and the Chinese. The Chinese won it and were then disqualified down to the silver medal, I suppose you'd say, because they went a little bit wide on one of the changeovers. But the big shock for all of the locals here, Victoria Pendleton, who is on every billboard, every poster you see around town, she and her partner were disqualified in the first heats for an illegal change. Pendleton was furious. Fortunately, she still has a few more chances to win that gold medal. Now, we're talking about triathlon as well because it's only a couple of days away, and who better to talk about it than Beijing gold medalist Emma Snowsill. Emma, thank you very much for joining us in our windy little studio here above Olympic Park. Our Aussie girls, how are they going to go?
Look, I think we've got two experienced girls in Emma Moffat, Beijing medalist, bronze medalist, and Erin Denchen, and she's really proven her mark this year. She's overcome a few health and injury issues, but she's really put the foot down and showed that she's now a contender. And I think if she pulls it all together on race day, she's going to have a very quick run.
It's a very interesting venue, the middle of Hyde Park for the swimming and the cycling. Do you really want to jump in the water there? Would you be keen to do that?
I've definitely been keen, and I still would be keen to put my togs on Saturday morning.
Emma, thank you so much. Sorry you're not competing. Hope you enjoy the race. Guys, we'll be back with more from London a little bit later in the show.
Well, Australia is reeling after a shocker in the pool for the men's 4x100 metres relay. Breakfast Ben Lewis joins us now live from London. Ben, we expected to do pretty well on this. What happened?
Ron, the Australians were never placed better than second throughout the entire race and ended up fourth. They were dubbed the weapons of mass destruction. Perhaps that tag and the pressure was a distraction heading into this race. The French won it in a shock come from behind result, followed by the United States and then Russia. The Australians were 1.7 seconds behind the Russians in fourth place. It's even more of a shock given how well the Australians were doing in the heats this morning, particularly James Magnussen. Post-race tonight, he sat with his head in his hands and said he simply didn't know what had gone wrong. Still no gold in the pool tonight, but not a terrible night for the Australians. Silver for Christian Springer and a bronze medal in the butterfly for Alicia Coutts.
The Olympics build-up has been totally overshadowed in the UK after 8 people, including 2 former top executives of Rupert Murdoch, were charged over the phone hacking scandal that's rocked the country. Breakfast reporter Ben Lewis joins us now live from London. Ben, exactly what's being alleged by these prosecutors?
Ron, they say they have evidence of a massive criminal conspiracy among senior executives at the News of the World. It's alleged that the voicemail messages of more than 600 people were hacked over a 5-year period, including those of murdered schoolgirl Millie Dowler, actress Sienna Miller and footballer Wayne Rooney. Former editor Rebekah Brooks released a statement today denying any wrongdoing. Another former editor and the ex-chief spin doctor of UK Prime Minister David Cameron, Andy Coulson, chose to front the cameras. He says he's going to fight the charges.
I'm obviously extremely disappointed by the CPS decision today. I will fight these allegations when they eventually get to court. But I would like to say one thing today about the Millie Dowler allegations. Anyone who knows me or who's worked with me would know that I wouldn't, more importantly that I didn't, do anything to damage the Millie Dowler investigation.
So, Ron, only a few days until the Games now, but this story has knocked the Olympics off the front page of all of the evening newspapers. Such is the public outrage at these alleged actions.
Your top 3 Games highlights. Obviously, you haven't seen it all, but you've pretty much covered it all. What are the top 3?
Look, number 1 for me was Anna Meares at the Velodrome. She took on Victoria Pendleton in Pendleton's pet event. It was Victoria's final race before retirement. Anna came in there. She's public enemy number 1 over here and ruined Victoria's golden farewell, it was supposed to be. After the race, she broke down in tears, and when we spoke to her, she was absolutely lovely, said nothing but nice things about Pendleton. Second top Olympic moment goes to our sailors down in Weymouth. They provided 3 gold medals. We would have been in trouble without them. Particular mention to Tom Slingsby and the 49er guys. And my third moment, and this may have escaped the attention in Australia, a British runner named Mo Farah. He's a Somalian refugee who came here, only started running late in high school. He's captured the nation's hearts, won the 5,000 and 10,000 metres and did it with absolute grace. It's been an absolutely fantastic Games. Couldn't ask for anything more. I think I might go dance to Blur if that's okay.
Actually, it looks to me during this entire interview that you have been, that the bottom part of your torso down has been dancing to Blur anyway.